Alright, so we're going to review our best 10 players who played the hottest this week and who I think could take an overall jump in their MLB The Show character. First, we're going to start off with Jose Ramirez. What did he do well in 23 at-bats, which is a very small sample size? He got on base 10 times via the hit. Batted .435 with 2 home runs. Really good power surge right there in just 23 at-bats. 5 RBIs. Slugged .783. And OPS plus is .252. He was hitting the ball really, really well at his home stadium versus the Royals. And I really think that he could make the jump for, really, he could just improve his overall. You know, mash that one out of the park. He could take a jump in his power versus lefty and righties right there, but, you know, I don't think much of it with just 23 at-bats. Someone with less of a sample size, Giancarlo Stanton, 12 at-bats, 5 hits, 2 home runs, slugging really well at 1,000, and you can tell this ball went 483 feet. That was crazy. Even though he did hit 2 home runs in 12 at-bats, it's a very small sample size. I don't expect MLB The Show to increase the overall on him. He might get a small power increase, but with his power already at 88 and 104, I don't think anything of it. The next person people wanted me to talk about was Nelson Cruz. He had a really, really good week. Had a 7 RBI day, I think, and he was just hitting them while they were on base. In 21 at-bats, he got 3 home runs and 8 hits, slugging .952. I genuinely don't think that he's going to get much of a boost, considering the fact that he's already a good player in his hitting stats. Where he really takes the overall fall is in his fielding and his speed. So he could get improvements to his hitting, but it's definitely not going to be enough to be anything that'll give him close to diamond range. He'll be a very good DH bat, but as you can see here, his fielding stats will never be able to carry him into the diamond range. Next person up is Anthony Rizzo. So I was on the edge about putting him in here because he had 3 home runs in 17 at-bats, meaning that they could give him a power push on his overall for that, but I just don't see him improving all that much on 17 at-bats. He needs to show that he can get on base better using the stick, not by on-base percentage. So, he might get a boost to his vision, maybe. But, very good hitter. He could get a boost here. I just don't think it might happen. Mike Yastrzemski, a 75 overall batter. Now, he batted really well this week in San Diego. 22 at-bats, 9 hits, batting average of .409 and 2 home runs. So he might get a power increase. I doubt it though, considering the fact that he's a silver. They don't usually just hand out boosts like this to the lower overall players. But we'll see. He slugged .773. So maybe, as you can see there, people are in the pond trying to get it. Oh, and he gets completely soaked. Gets in at home for the dance of a walk-off, and there we are. Hit that ball real well. So yeah, he could get contact and power boost this week, maybe a bit of vision. So now, Dansby Swanson, one of the players I'm so excited about, and maybe I pick up a bunch of his cards, because if we look at the line, he's off to a really hot start. With 23 at-bats, he has 9 hits, which is a really high batting average. Home runs, 2 of them, so power surge right there. Start of the year, good power. And 8 RBIs, OPS very high, slugging very high at 739. But what makes Dansby Swanson such an important card is that his card excels so well in fielding and he's so low on his hitting that any good week, any good 2-3 weeks, will push his hitting up all the way, and he might be able to break gold. He's a 75 silver right now. As you can see in this video, he's just mashing, goes 3 for 3 this day, I think. Let's see, that ball was hit very, yeah, and there we are. We get the Dansby Swanson, 75. I think he could improve. Very low hitting stats. We get to Miguel Rojas. Very, very small sample size, so this might be an early pick, but with that .7 WAR, maybe not. 10 at-bats, 7 hits, 1 home run, 700 batting average, which is crazy. 5 RBIs. He has a chance that he could pick it up on the hitting side, considering that he's a very defensive player, and they don't really touch those stats. But yeah, he could take a bit of power, a bit of contact this week, just on those 10 at-bats. Then we get to Michael Brantley, who already is a good hitter. 23 at-bats, 10 hits, 435 batting average. Crazy good numbers to start off the year. The slugging number is very low, and he doesn't excel in power, which might be an issue come around to the roster update. So I think that he will increase in some stats, but I don't think that he's going to increase too much in power. 1 home run for 23 at-bats would be a good pace for him, but I don't think that pace will keep up, and I don't think they think much of it either. So, wow, that ball's mashed. Nice swing. That's what I love about his card. He's got such a nice swing. Here you can see he's got the really high contact, doesn't have high on the power, so, and they don't touch fielding that much. Didi Gregorius used to be a Yankee. In 11 at-bats, he's had 4 hits and 2 home runs, hitting the ball out really, really well. So we could see a bit of power come his way. I don't think that any players are going to get touched up too much this week, though. It's a very small sample size we're working with. He got on base 462, or 0.462% of the time, and slugging 900, so he's hitting the ball really well. OPS, really good. Take a look at his card. Got very low contact, I'd say. For standard card, I think he could take an improvement there. Now we get to our last player, Whit Merrifield. Hit the ball really well against the Tigers, excuse me. Had 23 at-bats, 9 hits, 2 home runs. I would pick up this card. I feel like Whit Merrifield's going to have a breakout year. He's on the Kansas City Royals. Could do really well. Might lack in RBIs, but I feel like he's going to hit for some pop this year, and it's already showing. So 2 home runs and 23 at-bats. Very good. 7 RBIs. Goes to show how bad the Royals are, even that well. OPS is 1,000 over. He could take an improvement in power, and I think that's what he's going to excel in.